Hello and welcome back to Just Roll Already. I am your host, Daryl. Welcome to day 28 of my month-long January 31 day challenge. And today I am going to talk to you about the player versus GM mentality, or GM versus player mentality, which I see more often than I would like to admit in the hobby. And this kind of thing happens a lot more that I've realized, because this usually happens in groups with killer GMs or power gaming players, or people who generally are, adversarial in nature. And when I have observed this in so-called nature, where the neckbeards run around freely, gathering up their Cheeto packs for the winter and storing Mountain Dew so that they can satiate themselves in their little dens, I have seen that again and again, over and over again, what causes this. And sometimes I've seen it happen with newer groups because they think that the game master is the obstacle to overcome. So if you beat the game master, you beat the game. Or the game master thinks you beat the players, you beat the game. It's a very vicious cycle that goes back and forth, and filled with petty squabbles, and it will often result in either bitter rivalries, or if this is their way of having fun. And if that is how you contrive your fun in your group, that's fine and on you. But for the most part, the goal of the game master is to tell a story and make a challenge for the PCs to overcome said issue, not be the issue itself. It has been brought to my attention from some of the people I play with on occasion that I have been in groups without realizing that have a player versus game master mentality. And when I'm sitting at a table and people think that they can beat me and they enjoy watching me lose, I don't really lose if you win. The game master doesn't lose when the players win, because his goal is to simply put obstacles, and their goal is to overcome said obstacles, not to be an obstacle. And that is something that's really funny, is because every time a game master is thwarted, his players, or their players, I should say, feel that they have won, but really they have all won. And that is the first step of dealing with players versus GM mentality, is that the game master has to look at it at a viewpoint that he didn't lose. He wasn't beaten. He was overcame. His real victory is in their success. The players who lose to the game master, that one's a little bit more bitter. And if the goal of the game is to get killed, like, I forgot the name of it. There was a D&D module made by Gary Gygax that is the hardest dungeon in the world that you cannot win. In the very beginning, it's almost impossible. And they say it is not a matter of if you die, it's a matter of when you die. And if you get to the center of it, the game master is not trying to kill you, and there are so many saves or dies. Back in the day when that was still such a thing, it was brutal. But people understood what they were getting into, because that was the point. They wanted to see how far they can go through this triathlon, or biathlon, or quintuplathon. Who knows what kind of thon this thing was. It was probably a terrible one. But people enjoyed seeing how far they could get in these kind of things. And if that's the game that you guys agreed upon, that's great. But then again, as I said before, the GM's goal is not to beat the player. I've seen killer GMs turn their groups against each other, and it just is a bloodbath against one another. And then people start having this mentality of what is it? I cannot trust anything they do, and the form of distrust will develop, and sometimes it will take root into their entire gaming career, and therefore it's harder to break them out of it. So, my word said, I am still very sleepy. I'm still trying to get my sleep schedule back in order. But yeah, I shall be going. I need to get some rest. I have some more things to take care of, and I will see you guys tomorrow. anyways, you guys take care. I will see you guys later. Bye.